Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this new edition of Pesitors. Our icon today is a barrister. His name is AKERE Muna. He epitomizes the value of an ideal Cameroonian, both home and abroad. Let's get his profile before we know a little secret of his success story. Barrister AKERE Muna was born on the 18th of August 1952 at Ngembu. This father of two obtained his bachelor's degree in 1975 in American University, Washington, D.C. School of International Service. In 1990, he had a diploma in maritime law at the International Center for Ocean Development, Canada, and Mohammed V University, Rabat. In 1978, he was called to the Bar of England and Wales. In 1982, he was called to the Cameroon Bar. Since 1992, he is managing and partner of Law Chambers Muna and Muna. In 1994, he became member of the National Procedure Code Commission. Since 1996, he is the editor-in-chief, Scale Common Law Society, and Social Secretary, Common Law Society of Cameroon. He is the founder and coordinator of Legal First Aid Center. He is the member of National Harmonization and Law Reform. In 1993 to 1995, he was a lecturer at the National High School of Magistracy, Enau. In 1997 to 2002, he was the president of the Cameroon Bar Association. In 1998, he was the member of National Ad hoc Commission for the Fight Against Corruption. In 1999, he was the member of Arbitration Commission, Shikau. In 2000, he was the president of Transparency International, Cameroon. In 2000, he was a Commonwealth observer for elections in Tanzania. In 2005 to 2007, he was the president of the Pan-African Lawyers Union. He was a member of the High Panel on the Audit of African Union. In 2008, he was the presiding officer at the General Assembly of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union. In 2010, he was a member of the International Monetary Fund Advisory Group for Sub-Saharan Africa. In 2011, he was a member of the Higher Level Panel on Illicit Flows from Africa. In 2013, he is the eminent person panel of African Peer Review Mechanism. With a brief review of his CV, our Pesitors has been a consultant to many international organizations and legal services, to many national and international corporations. With all this, our icon's legacy is something, no doubt, to emulate from. Thank you, Barrister, for honoring our invitation in Pesitors.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, your success story today. Knowing who your father was, did it in any way influence your ascension to the top?
Well, it's flattering for you to call it a success story. It's still my story anyway. I think what I am today largely, to a very large extent, is due to the education I had from my father in terms of values and outlook on life. But of course, it was up to me to make the effort to succeed in what I did. So I say largely due to my father and to my eldest brother Daniel of late. They are the two major influences in my life. Yeah. My father was very strict, very, very strict in terms of values and ethics and respect of traditions and elder persons in the family. He was very strict on that. And from when I was born, my father was minister, be it in Nigeria or Cameroon or wherever. So it was very easy for me to assume that that's the way life is. But my father ensured that, you know, I understood that his success wasn't mine, and my own success had to be from my own work. So I think that was very important, very important. The story I always tell is when my father was prime minister. It was in Boya, and I was late for school. And I was trying to get a car to take me to school, and he said, well, listen, it is written on those cars, Prime Minister's office, and you are not the Prime Minister. When you are the Prime Minister, you can commandeer one of those cars. For the moment, you do like every other student and find your way to school. So that's an example to show you how my father thought. You know, you couldn't catch any of us driving government vehicles, as I've seen some people do today and stuff like that, you know. It didn't happen. As every mischievous child, of course, at midnight we'll try to steal a car out, but we never touch any government car.
Your CV is so broad. I'm going to touch 1978. You were called at the Bar of England and Wales. As a young Cameroonian, how was it?
In 1978, I was called to the Bar of England and Wales, that's correct. And that, I must say, was, we were going to have the last crop of Cameroonian lawyers, Anglophone-speaking lawyers, who went to be called to the bar in England. You know, as more and more the Cameroonian Bar Association organized itself for the training of lawyers locally. So, for me, it was very interesting because it coincided with the entry of the United Kingdom into what was known as the EEC, the European Economic Community, that is today the EU. So we're the first group of lawyers trained in EEC law. And so the temptation for me was to stay either in the UK or go to Brussels, since I was more or less bilingual. It was very attractive to stay there. But you know, my father had always thought that when we qualify, we should come back home. That's how I came back home, you know. Starting off here was very challenging, and many times I thought I should go back, but you know, all that is history today.
Ben, qu'est-ce qu'il faut dire, Maître AKERE, il a presque tout le temps fait partie de ma famille. Donc au-delà du côté professionnel, hein, parce que il se trouve que j'ai fait mon stage dans l'étude de Maître Mouna, le bâtonnier Bernard Mouna surtout, son aîné. Et ce choix avait été fait par mon père, mais Maître AKERE Mouna, nous avons développé des relations qui sont allées au-delà du volet professionnel, parce que c'est quelqu'un de tellement vivant, de tellement explosif et de tellement il est plein d'idées novatrices sur quantité de choses. Donc j'ai l'impression que c'est un vrai cerveau qui est tout le temps en mouvement et qui pense à des choses auxquelles vous n'avez pas pensé dès le départ. Et qui parfois il vous donne des complexes par rapport à votre âge, parce que lui, il est un peu plus âgé que moi, mais il a une énergie qui me déborde parfois. Et vous voyez son côté festif en plus, qui n'est pas mauvais, où nous nous sommes retrouvés également, ou qui fait que il se croit presque en droit chaque fois de donner une fête pratiquement tous les trimestres de l'année. Donc, de ce point de vue, nous ne pouvions que nous retrouver et nous ne pouvons.
What's your favorite sport? What do you practice?
Well, listen, one of the sports I like is sometimes I walk. Long time ago I used to play tennis. But my timetable stopped me from doing that. I used to walk, I've started again walking. What sports do I like? I really can't say. I used to enjoy volleyball. But you know, football.